Have you ever wondered why some incredibly talented people never achieve their dreams, while ordinary people end up becoming wildly successful? It's not luck, it's not intelligence. The difference is consistency. Talent might get you noticed, but consistency earns respect. Talent can open a door, but only consistency keeps it open. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why showing up every day is one of the greatest superpowers you can develop, and how it can completely change your future. By the end of this video, you'll never look at success the same way again. Let's be honest, everyone admires talent. We see someone who learns quickly, plays beautifully, or succeeds effortlessly, and we think, I could never do that. But here is something most people don't realize. Talent gives you a head start. Consistency wins the race. Talent is simply a natural advantage. Consistency is what turns potential into results. Think of it like a race. Imagine two runners. One starts 10 meters ahead because they're naturally gifted. The other starts at the same line as everyone else. Now imagine the talented runner slows down. Meanwhile, the other runner keeps showing up every single day, training, even when it's hard. Who do you think eventually crosses the finish line first? The truth is, the world is full of talented people who never reached their potential, not because they lacked ability, but because they lacked persistence. On the other hand, countless ordinary people have achieved extraordinary things simply because they refused to quit. Success doesn't belong to the most gifted. It belongs to the person who keeps showing up, even on the days when no one is watching. Small actions create massive results. Many people believe success happens overnight. In reality, success is built one ordinary day at a time. Reading 10 pages every day becomes dozens of books every year. Saving a small amount each week eventually builds financial security. Practicing a skill for just 30 minutes every day can make you an expert over time. Small actions may feel insignificant in the moment, but they compound, like tiny drops of water filling a bucket. Each effort brings you one step closer to your goal. So don't underestimate the little things. The habits you choose today are quietly shaping the person you'll become tomorrow. Motivation comes and goes. Let's face it, motivation feels amazing when it's there. Gives you energy, excitement, and the feeling that you can accomplish anything. But the truth is, motivation is like the weather. Some days it's bright and sunny, and other days it disappears without warning. If you only take action when you feel motivated, you'll also stop whenever that feeling fades. Successful people don't depend on motivation. They depend on habits and discipline. They understand that not every day will be exciting. There will be mornings when they don't feel like working out, studying, creating, or chasing their goals. But they do it anyway, because they know that progress comes from showing up consistently, not from waiting for inspiration. Action often creates motivation. Once you take the first step, your mind begins to focus, your energy starts to build, and what seemed difficult becomes much easier. So instead of asking yourself, do I feel motivated today? Ask, what's one small step I can take today? Because in the end, motivation may light the spark, but consistency keeps the fire burning. Progress is usually invisible. One of the biggest reasons people give up is because they don't see results fast enough. We live in a world that celebrates instant success. So when our hard work doesn't pay off right away, it's easy to think, maybe this isn't working. But real growth doesn't happen overnight. Think about planting a seed. For days, or even weeks, nothing seems to happen above the ground. It looks like nothing is changing. But beneath the surface, the roots are growing stronger, preparing the plant for what comes next. Your progress works the same way. The most important changes often happen quietly, behind the scenes. So don't let invisible progress discourage you. Stay patient, trust the process, and keep showing up. One day, people will notice your growth and call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth. It was built through countless small efforts that no one else could see. Consistency builds confidence. Many people believe confidence comes first. They think, once I am more confident, then I'll start. But confidence doesn't magically appear. It grows through action. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you are building trust in who you are. When you say you'll wake up early and you do it. When you commit to exercising and don't skip it. When you spend time every day learning a new skill, you are sending yourself a powerful message. I can count on myself. That's where real confidence comes from. It's not about being fearless or believing you'll never fail. It's about knowing that no matter what challenges come your way, think of confidence like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every small win, every completed task, and every day you stay consistent adds another layer of belief in yourself. So don't wait until you feel confident to take action. Take action consistently, and confidence will naturally follow. Because the strongest confidence isn't built by words. It's built by the promises you keep to yourself, one day at a time. Failure becomes a teacher. Nobody likes to fail. It can feel frustrating, embarrassing, and sometimes even make you question yourself. But what if failure wasn't the end of the story? What if it was actually part of the process? Every mistake teaches you something that success can't. Maybe you discover a better way to solve a problem. Maybe you learn what doesn't work. Or maybe you build the resilience to keep going when things get tough. Think about learning to ride a bike. Chances are you didn't get it right on the first try. You probably fell a few times. But each fall taught you how to balance a little better. Eventually, what once felt impossible became second nature. Life works the same way. The most successful people aren't those who never fail. They're the ones who learn from every setback and refuse to give up. Because every failure is a lesson, and every lesson brings you one step closer to success. Have you ever noticed how the little things you do every day eventually become part of who you are? That's the power of habits. Your future isn't built by one big decision. It's shaped by the small choices you make every single day. The book you read instead of scrolling your phone. The morning walk you almost skipped. The extra 30 minutes you spent learning a new skill. These moments may seem ordinary, but they're quietly building your future. The best part is, you don't have to change your entire life overnight. Start with one good habit, then repeat it tomorrow. Before you know it, what once required effort becomes automatic. Good habits lead you toward the life you want, while bad habits can slowly pull you away from it. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the little things. They're often the biggest influence on where you'll end up. Your habits are like votes for the person you are becoming. Choose them wisely, because the things you do consistently today will shape the life you live tomorrow. When we think about success, we usually picture the exciting moments. The promotion, the championship, the business taking off. But what we don't see are the thousands of ordinary days that made those moments possible. The truth is, success is often boring. It's waking up early when no one is watching. It's practicing the same skill over and over again. It's doing the work even when it feels repetitive, and nothing exciting seems to be happening. There's no dramatic music, no instant rewards, just showing up day after day. And that's exactly why so many people quit. They get bored with the routine and start chasing shortcuts or quick results. But the people who succeed understand something important. Mastery is built through repetition. They embrace the routine because they know every small effort is another step closer to their goal. So, don't be discouraged if your progress feels repetitive. Sometimes, the most ordinary days are the ones creating the most extraordinary future. Success isn't about doing something amazing once. It's about doing the simple things consistently until they become extraordinary. Start before you feel ready. How many dreams have been put on hold because of one simple thought? I am not ready yet. Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect time to start a business, learn a new skill, go to the gym, or chase a dream you've had for years. But here is the truth. There's rarely a perfect moment. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you might end up waiting forever. The people you admire didn't have everything figured out. When they started, they had doubts. They made mistakes. They felt uncertain. The difference is that they chose to take the first step anyway. Think about learning to swim. You can read books, watch videos, and prepare as much as you want. But eventually, you have to get into the water. That's where real learning begins. Life works the same way. You don't gain confidence before you start. You gain confidence by starting. Every small step teaches you something new, and every challenge helps you grow stronger. So, don't let fear convince you that you need to be perfect before you begin. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Take one small step today. Every great journey begins with a single decision to move forward. Remember, you don't have to be ready to start. You just have to be willing. The rest will come with time, effort, and consistency. As we come to the end of this video, remember this: the richest or the most talented people, more often than not, it's earned by the people who simply refuse to give up. Every chapter we've talked about today points to the same truth. Consistency beats talent. It's the small actions that create massive results. It's showing up even when motivation fades. It's trusting the process when progress is invisible. It's learning from failure, building strong habits, competing only with yesterday's version of yourself, having the courage to start before you feel ready. None of these things require extraordinary talent. They only require a decision to keep going. A year from now, you'll either wish you had started today, or you'll be grateful that you did. Most importantly, never underestimate the power of one small step repeated every single day. If this video inspired you, let me know in the comments. What's one habit you are committed to staying consistent with starting today? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson.